Let's check the dialog component. So dialog, it's an element that shows over your content. So here, the dialog is open. I can't access the content that is behind it. Even with my tabs, I can't reach the content behind. So in JavaScript, like the details content, it's not that hard to open a div like this. The hard part is all the accessibility that comes around it. So the backdrop, the fact that the content behind is inaccessible, the fact that we can't scroll in the page when it's open. There are a lot of small different accessibility issues that are handled for us with the dialog tag. In the HTML, we have a button that opens the dialog. I use JavaScript for that, but it's not a big deal. It's the only JavaScript you will need to open a dialog. So yeah, you add an event listener on the button that shows the modal, and it will open. Then you have the dialog, your dialog tag with all your content. And here, to close the dialog, you have two possibilities in general. The first one is to use JavaScript and do the same, but with close modal. The second one, you can invoke, you can submit a form with the method dialog. This will allow you to close the modal without any JavaScript. But there is more. Recently, it has like 17% browser support yet, but recently there is a new invoker that has released called command and command for. This one won't need JavaScript. It has only the command, so it will be linked to the modal, to the dialog. Command for my dialog ID my dialog. So the button is linked to my dialog, and the command will be show modal. And now, if I click on it, the dialog is opened without JavaScript, just because the two are linked together. So it's pretty cool. And you can do the same for the closing button. If you use this, we remove that. And here, like before, the command for to link the button to the dialog, and the command here is close. Now, when I click the close button, it will dismiss the dialog. No JavaScript, only HTML and CSS. That's pretty awesome for me. And then in CSS, dialogs like the summary, detailed summary we saw before come with a few CSS properties. The first one is a backdrop. If you don't define a backdrop, it will add a color by default. So you can change the color of the backdrop, add a blur effect if you want, add everything you want in it. Then, like the detailed summary, you have the open to know in which state your dialog is, if it's open or if it's closed. And then, you can create your transition to make it so your dialog appear or disappear nicely. Here I did fade in, fade out with a scroll. And last thing that is not handled by default by the dialog is removing of the scrolling bar. So so you can scroll when the dialog is open. So you just need to do this. When the dialog is open, when body has dialog open, then you do an overflow hidden on your body, and it works.
Can I ask a question about that very quickly, Theodore? When you do the overflow hidden, if you are scrolled down the page and then you click the modal, does it snap back to the top because of the overflow hidden, or does it? It keeps its position. Great.
Yeah, keeps the position.